So we'll see the next example. So the question here is, find x where x square plus 15 square minus 33 square equal to 97. So this question was asked in previous exam. So we'll see what is the working. So as soon as you see the question, so don't just go working out all the finding the squares and then subtracting and square root. Here, so just see the questions and the options, just give a glance at the options also and you can proceed. So what is it given? So x square plus 15 square minus 33 square equal to 97. X square. So I have told you how to find squares for 2-digit numbers and all. So we can find square of 15, 33 and subtract. But before working out, so when you square a number ending with 5, so what will be the unit place? So it will be some number. So we know that 15 square is 225. But just to check with the options and eliminate the options. So when you square a number ending with 5, so it will also end with 5. And when you square a number ending with 3, it will end with 9. So you have a minus sign. So when you subtract higher number, 5 minus 9, so 33 square will be higher. You will have some number ending with 4. As 33 square is higher, so it will be minus. And what is the number you have on the right hand side? So just I am working out with unit places instead of solving the question and getting the answer and then choosing the options. So x square, 15 square, when a number ends with 5, unit place will be 5 when you square it. And when a number ending with 3, if it is square, unit place will be 9. So when you subtract, you will have a number ending with 4 with a minus sign, negative sign, because 33 square will be higher. So when this number is sent to the other side, you will have 97 plus some number ending with 4. Now what will be unit place of this sum? 1. And now you need to find x. So when you are finding square root, if you have 1 in the unit place, so what are all the possible options? So it is only 1 and 9. So the number can end with 1 or with 9. So when you check the options, so what are the options? 35, 37 and 33. So what will be the answer? No number ends with 1 or 9. So answer should be none of this. So please just check the questions and the options once and then try to proceed. So here when you try to work out all and find the answer, so you will get a number ending with 1. So here it is 961. Square root is 31. So you will get the answer 31. So but it's not there in the option. So whenever you see that none of this, so we'll be trying again. So to avoid all this, so just give a glance at these numbers and then you can proceed. So here answer is none of this because no answer ends with 1 or 9. So now with the unit place itself I have worked out and the answer is none of this. So in this question, so without working itself, we got the answer of none of, as the answer as none of this. So we worked out with the unit place alone and saw that no number, no option ended with 1 or 9. So answer should be none of this. I'll give you a few more hints how to eliminate the options and choose the answer. So now we'll see the hints. So we saw when a number ends with 1 and 9 when squared, it ends with 1. So if a number squared, if a number ends with 2 and 8, when it is squared, it ends with 4. So when you check all the unit places, the square numbers ends with 1, 4, 9, 6 and 5. So no number ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8. So whenever a number ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8, so then that number is not a perfect square. Suppose you have a number 82, so as it ends with 1, so we know that as it ends with 2, it is not a perfect square. Suppose you have 53, so seeing this 3, so we can eliminate that it is not a perfect square. Say if a number ends with 1, so then it is a perfect square. So it's not always. Say for example, if you have 91, so it is not a perfect square. So when you see 2, 3, 7 or 8 in the unit place, so it is not a perfect square. Seeing the number itself, we know that it is not a perfect square. Suppose if it is 1, so it can be a square number or a non-square number. So I will tell you a few more hints how to eliminate the options and work out. So units place and tens place. So when you are squaring a number and if it ends with 1, so what can be the possible tens place? So no need to by heart all this. So if you are aware of this, it is enough. Say for example, 81 is a square number ending with 1. 9 square is 81. 11 square is 121, a square number ending with 1. So what are the numbers you have in the tens place? 8, 2, and what is the common pattern here? They are even numbers. Whenever you square a number and it ends with 1, the tens place should be only a even number. So if you see a number ending with 1 and if you have an odd number, so then it is not a perfect square. But the converse is not true. So if it is a perfect square ending with 1, the tens place should be a even number. So 2 and 3 in the unit place, so they are not perfect square numbers. So if you have 4 in its unit place, so what can be the tens place? Say example 64. So it should be a even number. So only then it will be a perfect square. If it is a perfect square ending with 4, the tens place will be a even number always. So if you have 5 in the unit place, so what can be the tens place? Say for example, so side by side I am writing the examples also to show you the pattern. So 25 ends with 5, 625 ends with 5. So when you are squaring a number and if it ends with 5, so what can be the tens place? So neither even nor odd, it should be only 2 always. So you can't have 45 or 65. So when you square a number ending with 5, the tens place should be only 2. So if you square a number and if it ends with 6, so what can be the tens place? Say for example 36, 16. So 36 and 16 are square numbers. So what are the numbers you have in the tens place? It should be an odd number. So 7 and 8 are not possible. Suppose you have 9 in the unit place when you square a number. Say for example 49, 169. So what are the possible numbers here? Only even numbers. And for 0, you should have only 0 in the tens place because 2 zeros repeated. When you square a number ending with 0, you will have 2 zeros in the units and tens place. So one in the units place, the other in the tens place. Say for example 400, 900. So now with this pattern, so you can eliminate the options which has 1 in the unit place and 10 in the odd numbers. So if a number is a perfect square, if it ends with 1, tens place will be even. So if it is a square number ending with 4, tens place will be even. So if it is 5, tens place will be only 2, always 2. And for 6, tens place will be an odd number if it is a square number. Suppose you see a number, so seeing 4 before the 6 itself, you can eliminate the option that it is not a perfect square. And 7 and 8 are not possible. So if you have 9 in the tens place, you will have a even number, and if you have 0 in the units place, tens place also will be 0. So now we will see a few examples how to eliminate the options and get the answer using this further hints. So we will see the next example. The question is, find the square number which is divisible by 66. So the options are 213, 414, 213424, 213434, 213444. So we'll see how to choose the answer without any working using the hints which we saw earlier. So now for this question, so we are asked to find a square number which is divisible by 66. So we have two conditions. It should be a square number and also a number which is divisible by 66. So we'll check with the options. So this question also was asked in the previous exam. So no need to work out. So using this further hints, we can find the answer. So 213414. 213444. So the options are here. So one condition is that it should be a perfect square. And the second one is divisible by, it should be divisible by 66. So seeing these conditions, so we can eliminate a few options. So what are all the options we can eliminate? So they have given it is a perfect square. So if it is a perfect square and if it ends with 4, so we have all 4 in the unit place. If it ends with 4, tens place should be an even number. So with this condition, so which options you can eliminate? So when you have 4, 1 can be here to be a perfect square, and when it is 4, you can't have an odd number. So 1 and 3. So we can eliminate these two options. And here it is 4 and a even number and 4 and a even number. So either it can be a perfect square or not, that we have to check. So but without checking, so we'll check for the another condition. So the number should be divisible by 66 also. So for 66 you have a factor 11. So we have seen divisibilities of this number and we can check for divisibility of 11. So what is the condition for a number to be divisible by 11? So difference between sum of odd places and even places should be 0 or 11, so on. So now we have two options left out with. So we'll add the numbers in the odd places and we'll add the numbers in the even places. So when you add the numbers in the odd places, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7. And here 1 plus 4, 5 plus 4 it is 9. So what is the difference? It is not 0. So these two cannot be the option. So we are left out with only one option, so that should be the answer. So it is a perfect square according to this condition, and also we are left out with only one option, so it should be the answer. And we will check the condition for divisibility of 11 for this number also. So adding the unit place or adding the odd places, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, it is 9. And here 1 plus 4, 5 plus 4, 9. So difference is 0. So this number will be a perfect square number because you have 4 and an even number here and also divisible by 11, and the only option which has satisfied this condition, so answer should be 213444. So now we'll see the next question, next example.